Hello, greetings. I must apologize to those Christians. Um, Look, they can badmouth me and all. When I was well, I kept my mouth shut. In fact, at Miss Desa's place, her neighbor Miss Desa said that, look, now his children are getting disturbed. They were outside. So he manhandled me and even put his hand on my mouth. So then I heard something against him, that he had molested a girl there. They're Christian anyways. But I never said a word. That day I was so angry. I was like, I could have used my uncles. They're very hefty and all this, but I didn't. Because I know that I cannot use someone unfairly against someone. So I kept my mouth shut. I mean, the ego was there that, and also that pain that Miss Desa allowed this thing and she was going to close her door. But then I looked at her like, oh, you're going to close your door like this? And then she didn't close her door. So the man, her neighbor, Christian neighbor, Goan, origin Goan, but a Pakistani living in Karachi, both of them. So, I mean, my ego did erupt, and the pain of, Miss Desa doesn't care. Like, she would allow her neighbor to manhandle me because I've just disturbed his kids because they are outside of the flat. Like, I've been going there for ages now, but since the neighbors got her children and they've grown a little, I didn't mean to provoke or disturb. I didn't mean to disturb the neighbor's children. The wife should have taken those children inside. So, anyhow, my ego also, with the hurt and the pain that Miss Desa didn't care, but she didn't close the door then. She was going to leave me out with this neighbor of hers manhandling me. He pushed me against the wall, put his hand on my mouth, and he kept me like that. And I never said a word, but when I came home, I was like, but I couldn't use my uncles because, I thought about it, and I said, no, I can't use them. Who shall I use against this neighbor of theirs, right? So when my ego subsided, then I just said, leave it. I left it on God. So I don't, I never said anything. And then now I said, you don't have to feel guilty that you are trespassing there. But still I would feel guilty and all this. You are like my mother and all, like my grandaunt. We were family, friends. You were my family. I took you as my family friend. All this in 1980. I mean, I was separated for 6 years. I was with her in Karachi American School. We became friends, family friends. She herself told me we were friends after school. So as a Shia, my religion also and all this, I just let go, and then I've started to feel guilty and all this. Anyhow, the point here I'm trying to make this video for is that the Christians can badmouth us. Sam Shaman can, if I was only well. But after this thing, I started to abuse my principal inside in the room. I couldn't take it. The energy was too much. I was compelled to go on the internet, talk to these people. I don't know who they were, but they were Asian Pakistanis. There was a Hindu there, Anand Kiran, and all this, right? So a lot of pressure, compulsion in me came. I was broken down, and then the voices started and all this. So I think still putting my ego aside, if Sam Shaman has abused me or falsely accused me, like I would go to Christian Prince and laugh at the way he would abuse the Muslims and all this, crack up there. But I saw that when it came to myself, I should have laughed also. But I didn't, and I thought these Muslims, were really... So I really respect these Christians. They don't go overboard. Okay, one person goes, and he has, in Australia or in New Zealand, white supremacy. So the New Zealand's Prime Minister or President, she put a scarf on, and the way she condemned this was so great of her, really great of her, and all this, right? So now I'm telling myself, no matter how these ex-Muslims even may show that they are very, like some of them, not all the Muslim world is an Islamist, right? But did they ever get up for any one Shia, so many Shias killing, genocide? It should be called genocide in Pakistan, but they don't even want to call it genocide. Hazara Shias, they don't want to call it genocide. They don't even want to call it genocide. And if they blame someone, they blame the outsider, not themselves. I still feel that those Muslims who are now ex-Muslims consider themselves like Adam Seeker, Urdu, and ex-Indian. Again, I'm saying the wrong thing. I never... Indian ex-Muslim Sahil guy, right? Even if they try to tell us that their adab, their etiquettes, they're very pious, they have the thing to talk, right? Even against Muhammad Sahab. And nauzubillah, let's suppose if, like Adam Seeker was saying on a live stream now, lately, I still think they are worse than Christians. So don't impose your good behavior on us, your good manners. Okay, let me settle down, let my ego settle down. And this, because I have to mention my health, my mental health too. You see, there's something, I would just have a nervous breakdown. Against a small mistake my driver did in Karachi, he would wrong turn, something, I'd just break down and I'd want to scream and shout and, abuse him. Because now I had no, this thing to take, right? This is what's called nervous breakdown. Please understand this. And if you don't want to understand it, and you think I'm, तो आप कितने भी अच्छे हों, Muslim, Indians and Pakistani or elsewhere. Because you see, I don't want this man in Canada. It's freaking me out. You know what Mr. Tom said on Rajiv Malhotra's? I've known Rajiv Malhotra's. I've been there. God, stray away like this. So this is not now that I've joined and then I said no, but I just wanted to know about Imam Tawhidi, what my Shia, how Rajiv Malhotra and Imam Tawhidi, because when I was following Imam Tawhidi on YouTube, that's how I've known for many years now on YouTube, Rajiv Malhotra. But I did not subscribe to his channel. Okay, and now again I went back there. Thank God. So there has been this Khwaja. around ooh, and because of Kashmir issue, he wanted to blow up a mall in. So no, this kind of good manners. Please do call me a bitch, call me a bullshitter, call me false, accuse me Sam Shaman, accuse me Christian Prince, Rob Christian. देखिए फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, एक नॉर्मल इंसान को तो फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. मुझे फर्क फिर देखें, I subdued myself long when I was normal, like, but like I loved Miss Tissa, like she was my family member. How could this was the first time I'd lost someone I loved dearly, separated. So like a grand aunt with purity of heart, मेरी मोहब्बत पाक मोहब्बत और जहाँ की. I don't want to say this, कहीं तुम्हें प्यार ना हो जाए. This is an Indian song. Okay, this is an Indian song from an Indian movie. Okay, so this is how I loved Miss Tissa. Only pure affection and all this. And when that man outside, a neighbor, Christian neighbor, Catholic, did this to me, I said, okay, later on, like my ego did feel it. Like Miss Tissa is allowing a neighbor manhandling me. She knows I come here before. I did not come here just to provoke her, their kids. Why didn't the wife Anne take her kids inside? I haven't been coming here for the first time. And then, I left without one, like any bad word to him, without even shouting at Anthony, her neighbor. So no, they can do this because of course I was in the wrong also, like, okay, I was slightly, so their kids were outside and feeling guilty, see? And although I did not mean to disturb the neighbor's kids. But I didn't say a word. And I just went from there shocked and hurt that Miss Tissa would have closed that door, but she didn't. That much so she did for me. When I looked at her, are you going to? Like I couldn't even say anything from the mouth because he had his hand. He was covering in my mouth and pushed me. So I didn't say a word. Do you know how much a Bori Bazaar sexual assault and all this, huh? So no matter how good these ex-Muslims, Sunni Muslims now, Sunni ex-Muslims are showing themselves to be, no, I still feel that abuse me, but sexually assault and on Kashmir's issue going, no. तो कितना भी ये even this terrorist adab wala ho, right? Better to get angry and abuse and all this rather than to go and if I can escalate, but not like this. Our limit is the Quran. I can, as an ex-Muslim and Shias, you've got to leave Pakistan, and I hope you also leave this religion. And so don't try to. So now I may be getting it because this Canadian cannot lie. Okay, I'm shocked. I'll be repeating myself. तो अगर अमेरिका करवा रहा है, if America is doing it, and you people, some of you Muslims are so adabful, right? adabful. At least there, I mean, this Sam Shamoun and Rob Christian and these cheap Christians on YouTube, you can understand when you're normal, like, see, then you don't, like, does it matter? I was saying when some sense came in me, my past, that, take the thing from them. Take it, but killing and all this, and then thinking we are great Muslims. Our religion is the best. Really, Shias, when will you learn our religion is the best? But this side of, well, we will keep quiet. We will not. हम लोग लाशें और एक अल्लामा ने मजलिस में कहा कि हम लोग लाशें अपनी उठाते रहेंगे. आप लोग हमें, किसको कहा आप लोग हमें मार? किसको कहा? पाकिस्तान में किसको कहा? अमेरिका को कहा? उर्दू में किसको कहा? अगर अमेरिका को कहना था तो वो उधर ही बोल देता कि ये यहूदी, ये अमेरिका करवा रही है. वो तो उधर पैसे भी देंगे तुम लोगों को बोलने के लिए कि अमेरिका करवा रही है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं कहा. तो हम लोगों को चुप कर रहा है. हम लोग डर डर के कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हैं. और तुम लोग इधर एडम सीकर की तरह और साहिल एक्स मुस्लिम की तरह दिखाओगे क्या? हम लोग इतने अदब वाले लोग हैं. मोहम्मद साहब और नाउज़ुबिल्ला नाउज़ुबिल्ला नाउज़ुबिल्ला, अगर बीबी फातिमा ज़हरा, एडम सीकर, अब मैं तुम लोगों के ट्रिक्स, कनिंग, लाइंग, अब मैं तुम लोगों का कनिंगनेस, अय्यारियाँ जान चुकी हूँ. और ऐसा हमें ब्रेन वॉश किया है कि अमेरिका अमेरिका अमेरिका, कि मुझे अब दोबारा, मैंने ये तीसरी दफ़ा, थर्ड टाइम आई हैव बीन लिसनिंग टू दिस कैनेडियन मैन एंड आई कैन बिलीव इट. फंडिंग, आपको पता है, ही इज टेलिंग, ही कांट लाई. I don't know what's going on then. Like, who's going to tell us the truth? अच्छा, अगर अमेरिका तो करवा रही है, चले अफगानिस्तान में है greedy, okay, killing of Afghanis. अभी I'll have to look into this matter. हमारे मुसलमान कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, शिया सुन्नी कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ने अमेरिका नहीं करवाया था. उस टाइम पे अमेरिका था ही नहीं. In someone's dream even, America was not there.